Because with the wind and everything, I guess, I don't know, it's just the music is always so loud. But I really, 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 really appreciate music. So if I'm listening to music and I feel like making a video, then the music is just going to have to be in the background because I'm not turning it off. And I like making videos at nighttime. It's just so peaceful and everything. I mean, filming, I said, but now filming detox. I started that. Can you feel it? Now everybody's saying it, but shout out to my Black Music Month continues. It's the 3rd of July. First day of the week. I guess it's probably like maybe 4 people you know, everybody making your pilgrimage. Nah, I want to make seven hot today. I be forgetting. Maybe better. I think I'm kind of joy. Used to be a beat down. But yeah, I'm gonna do because I think I would be there when I would have been. We did it in the Bible. I think it was Samuel, King Samuel, before he was born, they told us about his mother, just like Mary and John's mother. I think her name was Elizabeth. What kind of name is Elizabeth to be like back during the time before Jesus? Jesus wasn't even his name, it was Isa. So her name was not no Elizabeth. But the Bible gives us a history of the mothers of these biblical men. So it told us about King Samuel's mother. And please correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was his mother. And it talked about how her husband used to go away every year, and the Bible doesn't, the translators doesn't want us to know that it's all about us, Black people in America, and we are Muslims by nature, and part of being a Muslim, the fifth pillar of Islam, and I'm about to sing the song, but I'm not showing this, is you make Hajj, and a lot of people have the means to go every year during the month of Dhul-Hijjah. And King Samuel's father used to make his pilgrimage every year. And so I just wanted to mention that I don't have a Bible, and I have a love-hate relationship with the Bible. I get frustrated and throw it away. And Messenger said some in Theology of Time that you should throw the Bible in the wastebasket because Allah said it's a poison book. As it is now, the King James Version and all the versions that came after it are like a rattlesnake to the reader. Put us to sleep. They killed us, put us in the graveyard. Bible, poisoned us and killed us of any knowledge. So that's what happened to my Bible I had since I was 12. When I heard Theology of Time, it went into the wastebasket. But that was 13 years ago. talking about all the places I went to jail, and I did not go in Atlanta because I managed to talk my way out of it. Sometimes I'm able to outsmart the police officers because they are not very intelligent. So sometimes you can confuse them, and then they'll be like, while they're thinking about it, you can be like, okay, thank you, and just leave, while they confused. I've done that a couple times, so that's what happened in Atlanta. But another time, the place where I was staying was crazy. It was in a church, a shelter in a church. And on Sunday mornings, I used to always leave, because at the shelter, when I stay in the shelter, I'm trying not to be there until curfew. Me and my son used to sit in the car until right before curfew, and then we'll go in. And that saved us so many times, because it's all types of stuff going on in the shelter. Mostly for gossip and false accusations and that type of thing. But I was in the shelter in Atlanta, and it was in the basement of a church. Sunday mornings, they would serve breakfast, and all the single men would come into the shelter and look over the sisters that was in there, like a brothel or slavery auction or something like that. I was like, no, I gotta get out of here. But that's how it is being single female in the homeless industrial complex. They want you to just be a prostitute, I guess, for however long it lasts or whatever. I knew this one girl who was doing that while she was in college. She was trying to get through college, but I cannot do that. I don't know. I can't do that, because I think about children. What if you get pregnant and have children out of that type of arrangement? It's like you better hope it lasts for the rest of your life. I don't know. I don't even think about that kind of stuff, but that's what they say. So I was in the shelter and I got into it with the who was in charge, and she called the police on me, but the police took me to the hospital. So when I was in the hospital in Atlanta, that was the first and only time somebody called me shorty. I can't even really say it right, but I was talking to some brother in there. I don't know. He started a conversation with me one day when I felt like talking, I guess, and he called me shorty, and then I think about Goody Mob, because they were like the first people who I ever heard you say it like that. People in New York say it too, but in Atlanta they say it completely different, and I loved it. It's something called shout it. Yeah. But no, I don't anyway, that's all. I just wanted to talk. I like the way my voice sounds. So, in the video. And I don't like the pressure of commitment. That's what Moses Def said in that song. I don't know. I still don't know how or who or what, but that song is definitely about me, until the end. That's the same thing happened when I first became a Muslim, when I began practicing Islam. I had a boyfriend, of course, but I broke up with him. I was like, I'm a Muslim now, so I cannot have a boyfriend, and I broke up with him. he was mad. He could not understand, because he was 6'3", and beautiful, very handsome brother. But he was from Honduras, so I was like, wow, that whatever. But I broke up with him, and he could not understand. He could not comprehend. I was like, I'm Muslim. We cannot have like relationships. Muslims don't have boyfriends and girlfriends, period. So I broke up with him, and he was like, you must be gay. You gay. If you don't want to be with me, you gay. And I was like, eventually, just to get rid of him, I was like, okay, yeah, whatever, just leave, so it was close to his birthday, and then he came back on his birthday, and I was like, no. And that was the last time I ever, and then another time before I had started practicing Islam while I was studying Islam's sisters, some of these Muslim brothers, they claim to be Muslims, but they're not, because of the way they treat the sisters. That's how you can tell if a brother is sincere. Look at how he treats the sisters. But I was just beginning to study Islam, and I met this brother, and it's crazy because I still see him, and I'm sure I could describe him, and some of you guys will know exactly who I'm talking about. I forgot where I met him. I don't remember where, but he ended up like giving me a ride, or we went somewhere, and he was like telling me that my slave name was from Bilal, and I don't really believe him, but you never know, because we can sing. A lot of people in my slave family can sing like Bilal. He was the Muezzin. So anyway, he took me to his house, and I don't know much about Islam, but he was like trying to hanky panky and all this stuff, and I was like, no, what are you doing? And he was like, you must be gay. You gay. If you don't want me, you gay. You must be gay. I was like, no, I'm not. I just know that this is wrong. I'm not supposed to do this. You're not supposed to be trying to make me do this. And I ended up having to find my own way home with this brother, and he's like respected in the Muslim community, and it was, I ended up having to walk home because the buses were not running. It wasn't that far from my house. It was like La Brea, and I had to go to Crenshaw. But, that's kind of a long walk, especially in the middle of the night. I would walk, knowing me, I don't have no problem walking. Yeah, that's just and sometimes my sisters try to be right, be righteous. Please Allah, I fear Allah. I'm not going to give in. With some song I heard, I don't know if I even want to think about it, but it was like a popular song, and he was like upset with the girl because she wouldn't, noticed she got a Muslim name because Aisha was the same way. ABC, Aisha, they like her, but she like not paying attention to her because she's Muslim, Aisha, Amina. That you might as well go find somebody else, because the Muslim sister, black girls, period, are not easy. But a Muslim, no, forget about it. If you're not talking, if you're not ready to have a sit down, that's what I saw some of the brothers on Facebook. I was peeking into their conversation. They call it a sit down when they want to discuss terms marriage contracts. They have a sit down, whatever. So you're not ready to sit down. Keep walking, keep stepping. Yeah, but the roots, all y'all who didn't know about the roots until Jimmy Kimmel, I used to listen to them a lot, but before I became a Muslim, I didn't really, really listen. I was just like more into the music. But they the same way. They all got Muslim names, Arabic anyway. Amir, Tariq, Kamal, maybe except Hub. But it's another one named Malik. A lot of hip hop have Muslim names. Their fathers are jazz musicians, and a lot of them are Muslims, and they have Muslim names. They're like Ahmadiyya, like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Ahmad Jamal. They are Ahmadiyya Muslims, and what's his name? Buhaina. Yeah, Buhaina. And Abdullah, Yusef Latif. That's a lot of them. A lot of them have Muslim names, but people don't know. Like my next door neighbor was having breakfast every morning with what's his name? Billy Higgins. Every morning he would meet at the Salam or Shabazz restaurant, and he didn't know that it was Billy Higgins until somebody came and asked him had he seen him, and he was like, "What?" He just looked at Abdullah. But that song, I'm not gay. At the end, I hate it because when the song first came out, I liked him before he had dropped his album. I don't know how I knew about him. Probably, I think he did like an appearance. I'm on a De La Soul album, and I don't know, just being in hip hop, you hear about people. So when I first heard that album on like the noonday mix or something, but they didn't play the whole song, of course, it was the mix, but they're like, most Def album is dropping Tuesday or whatever day album was dropped back then, and so I went and bought it, and it was like the beginning, it opens with the stuff like getting into Islam, and I knew something, and so I listened to the whole song, and I was like, when I got to the end, I was like, that is so jacked Maulana Karenga, and he called it character assassination. And that's something that people will sue. They sue for libel. It's very difficult to repair your reputation after a character assassination. That's like trying to bring it back to life. But I guess it's somebody else, because I never met him. I was thinking about that, how he was getting ready to leave, and she said, "How you gonna leave before you dance?" Probably 75%. And I was thinking the changes that I'm seeing going out, and I was wondering what will happen, after, America falls, or it's a process, it's not going to happen in one day. But what I'm seeing is, especially with the corona, I look at things like business, and it killed a lot of people, but it also killed a lot of businesses. Like if you go to underground Atlanta, it's like a ghost town, right? And you go to these places that used to be thriving, bustling centers of business, and it's a bunch of boarded up shops now, So I'm thinking, instead of trying to move and build up another country, what I see happening is just under new management, you know what I mean? And it's like people were once afraid to open businesses and cater to our own people, but white people are the county now, rich people in Santa Monica, and I believe the real celebrities or whatever are in Santa Monica, because Malibu is kind of far. You gotta have a helicopter if you want to live in Malibu and have a job. But they in the county, they getting food stamps, right? And they don't know how to handle. They looking for sympathy. You cannot believe the audacity that these white people have. They want us to feel sorry for them. After all of the murder and killing and bloodshed that they've caused us, now that their country is falling, they want us to help them. I'm like, y'all really, really need to stop smoking whatever you're smoking, because I'm putting more nails in your coffin. I'm putting the spear or whatever that's going through your heart deeper. I'm twisting it so it can't come out, pushing it through even more. Don't look to me for no help. I'll help you right into the grave. And I can't believe you would even ask. That's an insult to all my ancestors that you killed. But that's how crazy they are, And so, that's what I see happening. Just open your business where theirs is gone. How many times have bought houses that black people were forced into foreclosure. That whole housing crisis, when all the black people was losing their houses, that was planned. Cause you see when them houses now, all that regentrification wasn't happening fast enough. So they tricked black people into signing these I think it was some type of I can't even think of the word. I don't want to think about it, but all the black people lost their homes because it was tricked, and now it's white people all in the community, and I don't even want to go back. I think about it a lot, but it's not the same Lamert that it was during the Renaissance, and if I go back, I'm only going to be sad, the people who's still there, it ain't no more Muslims. The Muslims been gone. We was like the first to leave. I was like, what happened to all the Muslims? What happened? Because I was like going back and forth to New Orleans, and every time I would come back, it would be another Muslim gone, another Muslim gone, another Muslim gone. Now I don't even know if he's still there, but the brother is slinging food, dinners and stuff. He was like the only one there, but I don't know. He's into music too, so that's probably the only reason why he is still there. But ain't no other Muslims there. And my poor son, it's the generation that's coming up now. I mean, if you want to stay, you have to have your own business. Don't try to work for somebody else. After the corona, white people could not find no help because people realize that they don't have to go and work, anymore. They went 2 years without working. Ain't nobody going back. They doing all right. So you gotta do not work for nobody. It's slavery, and people realize that because nobody wants to get up early in the morning and go help make somebody else rich. So it's good. It's a beautiful thing for us, and I'm very, very happy. I'm very, very pleased. I know Allah is pleased because we are fulfilling prophecy. And look, the endless space. But people come and stand right by me, you know, just intentionally to annoy, you know. But as long as I know that, then they won't be successful. You know, keep a watch. A lot of people rely on their phones for the time, but I don't know. It's something about having a timepiece, you know. And I don't even. I had an iWatch, but I prefer my regular analog watch. I have a Timex, and I think that's like the budget Rolex. I love my watches. It looks like the watch Tupac or a bracelet. I don't know if he had on a bracelet or two watches or what, but it's time them. You know, when somebody starts to annoy you, just look at the time. Look at your watch. You know, and going about your business. Make note of the time, and you know, eventually they gonna have to go do something. You know what I mean? Because everybody, I mean, most people do. There's not too many people that can hang out with you, you know, all day, all night to the next day, you know, all week or whatever. So that's how I just comfort myself. They gonna leave eventually. You know what I mean? Or you could leave, you know, depending on what you feel like doing. You know, sometimes I do that. You know, just get too crowded. And all you gotta do is move like 2 feet in either direction. You know, you don't have to move far. Just relocate a little bit. You know, it makes a big statement. You know, it makes a big difference. All right, that's a tip for you. You know, a secret when the devil comes to annoy you. You can time them, or you could just, you know, turn around and face another direction. You can get up and, like, I always have a lot of stuff because I'm homeless, you know. But sometimes you just get up and move behind some type of structure where you can still see your stuff, but you can't see them and they can't see you. You know, it like puts a barrier between you and them. You know, to cut off that line of negative energy that they sending your way. Because all white people are just evil vibrations, negative energy. So, I'm say assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. If you can, read Fall of America. That's a good book to read, you know, while the devil is at the height of his celebration. You see, that's the same time that Allah came to destroy them and restore us to our rightful place on top of civilization. Assalamu